Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another segment of Tina Talks. And today I would like to introduce to you Dave Gerald. Let's welcome him into our Tina Talks. Hi, Dave.
Morning, Tina. Thanks for having us. We're glad to be
Thank,
here today.
thank you so much for being part of Tina Talks. Now, can you give us a little bit information about you and what you do?
Oh, wonderful. Yes, I work for Habitat for Humanity of Pinellas and West Pasco counties. We are a nonprofit organization who's has a vision where everyone deserves a decent and affordable place to live. My job is to find the folks and recruit uh, to have them apply for our home ownership program.
Okay. Can you give us a little bit more detail about Habitat for Humanity? What is it all about?
Oh, thank you so much. Yes, like I say, we're a nonprofit, and our mission statement is bringing God's love into action. We bring people together to build homes, community, and hope. We help fulfill that mission and our vision by building homes and selling them at no profit with a 0% interest mortgage, which means that folks who qualify for our program will receive a nicely well-built, energy-efficient home and have a monthly mortgage payment that typically will run between $750 and $1,000 a month, including their homeowner's insurance and their property taxes.
How can people qualify for Habitat for Humanity homes?
Well, there's several requirements of qualification. One, again, we serve the Pinellas County and Western Pasco County area. And to qualify, they have to have lived within that geographical area for the past 12 months. They also need to have a steady income. That doesn't necessarily mean the same job, but it just means no big gaps in unemployment. And but we understand also right now with COVID that there has been some issues with layoffs and furloughs, and we address each applicant who is affected by COVID on an individual basis. Okay, they must also be willing to take 16 home ownership classes that we provide to help them get ready to move into home ownership. Things like how to buy uh, homeowners insurance, home maintenance, yard maintenance, energy management, first aid and safety, just a lot of parenting classes, how to be a good neighbor, just a lot of different classes to help them get ready to become a homeowner.
Are there any credit score requirements?
Actually, there are several requirements. One is, well, first of all, they have to have a need for a habitat home. And that need can be that they're paying more than 30% of their household income for rent, or it's overcrowded, or it's just landlord's not taking good care of the place, problems with air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, mold, leaky roof, things like that that make the home a not desirable place to live. They'll also must be willing to put in or take the 16 homeownership classes that we provide, and they have to be willing to provide what we call sweat equity hours. Those are volunteer hours that they will be helping other people with their habitat homes who are already in the program. And then later, as they select their property and construction starts on their home, they'll be getting sweat equity hours for working on their own homes.
And is there a minimum sweat hours that they're required?
Yes, if it's a single applicant with nobody else in the house that is 18 years and older, there's 350 hours. If they're co-applying with someone else or applying by themselves and there is an 18-year-old or older, it'll be 450 sweat equity hours. And they will also, we don't require down payments, but they will participate in closing costs in their first year's homeowners insurance, which may, between the two of them, may run up to $2,000.
Okay.
And that will be due just before they move into the home. Might add, this is one of the myths about Habitat is that we have an inventory of homes and we're looking for folks to move right in. When actually we're looking for folks who want to come in, help select the area of the county or counties that they would like to have their home built in. They get to pick a few design features of the home, and then they will do their sweat equity hours and actually be working on building their own home. So it is a program that the application process will normally take around 60 days. And once they're accepted in the program, I use a year as my gauge from the time they apply or accepted to the time they get their home. And some can do it in as few as 9 or 10 months. Others with other commitments may take a year and a half. Because we know home ownership is important, but there's family and work and school and church and all the other things that are going on in their lives. So they get to work pretty much at their own pace. The nice part about that is you actually get to look around and select the area of the county, maybe St. Pete, maybe Newport Richey, maybe Tarpon Springs, Largo, Clearwater, and that way you're telling us what general area of the county you would like to live in. And then you get to help build your own home and get your pride of home ownership, learn how the home is built, and pick up some maintenance skills.
How many people are usually involved in building a home for Habitat for Humanity?
Well, that's a interesting question. Each homeowner can actually recruit friends and family to help them with their sweat equity hours. And their friends and family can put in up to half of the hours for them. So if they have to do 350 hours, friends and families can put up to 175 hours. And same thing, if it's 450 hours, they can put up to 225 hours of sweat equity. So there really is no limit. I mean, when they come out to, when they start working on their house, subcontractors will have already poured the foundation, put up the walls, put on the roof. So they'll be helping build interior walls, put in doors and windows, hang the kitchen cabinets, do a lot of that work, which a lot of folks get a little fearful that they don't know how to do that. But actually, we have site supervisors on every one of our jobs that let them know what they're going to be doing that day, show them how to do it, help them do it, and let them do it. And then they're there to help them if they have any issues. It's a great experience. How we do it is we do limit. Now you can bring 20 folks out in a single day. However, only 4 of them can accumulate friends and family hours.
Okay.
So that in each work day on a job site is 6.5 hours. So if the homeowner comes out, they get 6.5 hours. If they bring 4 friends and family, they can accumulate another 26 hours for a grand total of 32.5 hours that day.
Okay, so the maximum that you can bring with you is 4 friends.
Well, you can bring more than that out, but only 4 will get credit for hours that day.
I see.
And
so you have to be smart about this, guys. Just bring 4 friends every day,
yes.
4 different friends every day. So that way they will help you accumulate these sweat equity hours.
And the friends and family do not have to work on your house. They can work on any home that Habitat is building and get hours. So
Okay.
so if you're going out on a certain day and your friends and family aren't available, they can pick another day and go to another job site, and you still get credit for their time.
Okay, that's good to know. Another thing that I want to ask you, what are some myths about Habitat for Humanity that you often hear people and kind of deter people from coming to you?
That's a great question because there are quite a few myths that are not true. One is a lot of folks in the beginning believe that our homes are free. They go to the unemployed and the homeless, and anybody who applies can get a Habitat house. When actually every one of our homeowners, you've heard about the sweat equity hours, you've heard about the classes, and they will pay between typically between $750 and $1,000 a month for a mortgage. They must also One of the other myths is that you have to have children to get a Habitat home. We have several single ladies and a couple single men who are Habitat homeowners who either never had children or the children have grown and moved away. Because we're a Christian-based organization, myth is you have to be a Christian to get a home. We actually build for anyone who qualifies for the program, regardless of their faith or lack of faith. And one of the biggest myths is because we build 5 homes a month, every month, that we believe that there's a inventory of homes available to move in, when actually, no, it is a process that will normally take between the application time and the time in the program, a year to a year and a half. And maybe even as much as 2 years, depending upon your other life commitments. And the homes are very well built, concrete block construction, steel reinforced. They come with hurricane shutters. They come with a stove, refrigerator, dishwasher, microwave, ceiling fan in the main living area, and a single car garage. They're also wheelchair accessible. The insulation, the doors, the windows, and the air conditioning systems are all above code. So that way you have both an affordable mortgage and affordable power bills once you move in. And our homeowners do get to pick the area that the house is going to be built in, color of the countertops, color of the flooring, outside color of the house, color, yeah. So they get several selections that personalize the house. A lot of folks think that a Habitat house, if you close your eyes, you're envisioning something that is barely going to sustain a 30-mile-an-hour wind, when actually we have a great track record after Hurricane Andrew and Hurricane Charlie and the recent ones up in the Panhandle, where our survivability rate is much better than most of the for-profit homes in those communities.
Those who are interested in starting the application, what do they have to do?
Very good. It's they go to our website, which is Habitat PWP, as in Pinellas, West Pasco. So you go to habitatpwp.org and click on, in the upper left-hand corner will be click on apply. And they can scroll down through there and there'll be a little story about one of our homeowners. And then once they click on apply, it'll open up a button that says begin orientation and apply now. And there's about a 15-20-minute orientation that they can go to. And it'll ask some contact information, name, where they're living now, email address, phone number, and then some basic financial information. And there's 5 or 6 pages. They click on each page, and at the last page, they can click on register for a telephone appointment here. And when they do that, they'll be registering for a day and a time for a telephone appointment with one of our 2 homeowner services representatives. It'll be either Jack or Kelly. But before the telephone interview, we will ask them to send in a copy of their photo ID, their last 4 pay stubs, a copy of the most recent savings and checking account, and then any other information they have, like their award letter for Social Security or their award letter for child support or alimony, all those different things. And it is an income-based program. And as they go to their website, they'll find a chart that says, based upon this number of people in your home, what your minimum and maximum income has to be. After the telephone interview, they will actually send you what we call the full application. And that is essentially your mortgage application. It will ask for more information, more details, a little history of your income, a little history of where you've lived, all the things that you would have. We essentially ask for the very same information that you would have to provide to buy any house from anybody anywhere in Florida. So
Okay.
it is a little intimidating, but we will help guide you through the application process. Do not be afraid if you have some issues that you're a little concerned about, maybe collections or recent bankruptcy or something like that. Go ahead and apply. There's nothing that we will do with that information that's going to hurt your credit or hurt you in any way, except maybe hurt your feelings a little bit when we tell you you're not quite ready yet, but this is where you need to focus your attention so that you can reapply. Of our 645 homeowners that we've built homes for over the last 35 years, nearly half of them did not qualify the first time they applied, but working with us and helping them, guide them through whatever it is they need to work on, today they are in their Habitat Forever homes.
I will have David information at the end of the video. Reach out to Habitat. They're there for a reason. They're there to help you. And, you know, if you have any question, reach out to us. And thank you so much.
Tina, I thank you again for being here. It's always a joy to work with somebody who's a realtor that is really concerned about your clients' needs as opposed to just selling them a house.
Advocate, right? And I want to be that advocate for people, especially when it comes to something as important as a home for their family. It's one of the biggest investment, and I love to be part of it and to be any kind of help I can. But thank you so much, Dave, for joining me at Tina Talks and give people more information about Habitat for Humanity. If you're watching this video and you know friends, family, or anyone that you think that might benefit from Habitat for Humanity, please share this video. Or thank you so much for joining in to Tina Talks, and I will talk to you later. Bye.